Now, as we get into today's focus, you're probably already aware we're going into a little bit more of a deep dive on breathing and meditative exercises. These are definitely meant to be, having more of a focus on relaxation. Today's definitely not about getting the heart rate elevated and getting our temperature elevated and getting sweaty. It's not going to really be like that today at all. Today, I'm just going to explain just how important breathing is, not just during exercises, but just in everyday, all-day life. It's incredibly important. Now, Harvard did a study some years back. They did an 8-week study. They observed individuals that were doing specific breathing techniques. Some of the breathing meditative exercises we're going to do today are actually from their study, and they actually showed multiple health benefits in as little as 8 weeks of consistent breathing exercises. It showed an increase in gray brain matter. So our gray brain matter, that's what holds pretty much all of our neurons that are responsible for our metabolism, how we breathe, how we sleep, our motor functions, our emotions. Almost every part of our life stems from what's going on in our gray matter in our brain. So breathing techniques can actually improve and help to regrow gray matter in our brain that slowly actually starts to dissipate as we age. So breathing techniques literally helps out our brain to regrow gray brain matter, which is awesome. Also helps to reduce stress levels, reduce anxiety levels, increases our mood, it boosts our metabolism. What's happening is it's opening our blood vessels, more oxygen is getting to our tissues, more oxygen is getting to our brains, which is a big reason why our brain is able to, it's rejuvenating our brain, is because we're getting the oxygen to the tissues needed. So when we're taking short, shallow breaths, we're not really getting an adequate amount of oxygen to our body, and our different systems in our body can start to malfunction or just not work as efficiently. So these are some things that are really beneficial for improving our overall health. So again, it reduces our blood pressure. These breathing techniques, meditative exercises, again, a number of benefits for that. Now, meditation, a lot of us have this concept of meditation where you might be sitting cross-legged with your eyes closed and humming. There are different forms of meditation, but meditation there's many different ways that we can do these breathing meditation exercises. Something even as simple as just sitting outside, not looking at your phone, just watching the world go by. Those different things that just clear your mind and relax you are different forms of meditation. So there are 4 or 5 different meditation breathing exercises I'm going to take you through today. If you were with me last week, I did briefly briefly explain the importance of breathing through exercises, or how to breathe, or the timing through an exercise. Now, today I'm going to explain a little bit more on how to breathe in general in terms of proper, what's referred to as diaphragmatic breathing. So our diaphragm, we have this kind of a dome-shaped muscle that separates our abdomen from our chest. So as we breathe, the diaphragm is expanding. That's allowing our chest to open up, allowing our lungs to fill with air and open up. So as we're breathing in air, our diaphragm is actually relaxing. I mean, I shouldn't say it's relaxing, but it's expanding, which is, in a way, it's relaxing. Now, as we're exhaling, our diaphragm's actually contracting to help push the air out of our lungs. Now, diaphragmatic breathing, maybe some of you are aware of what this does or how to do it. Maybe you have learned diaphragmatic breathing. It's not too difficult. And I'm going to show you right now the best way to go through what's considered a diaphragmatic breathing, or you might even have heard it referred to as tummy breathing, stomach breathing, because what's happening is, if you're doing it correctly, you should feel like your stomach start to puff out. Now, you're not inhaling oxygen into your stomach literally. You might feel what feels like your stomach filling up, but the reason why you might feel the sensation of your stomach filling up, is only because as we're breathing in, our diaphragm is pushing down on our stomach which is creating pressure inside of our abdomen, which is going to make our stomach feel like it's filling up, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing if you're doing it correctly. So this is how you want to technically breathe diaphragmatically. So what you're going to do here, what I want you to do is put one hand on your chest and one hand right on the top part of your stomach. So what you're going to do is, as you're inhaling, focus on feeling your stomach fill up. And again, your stomach's not literally filling up, but focus on feeling your stomach. Feel like you're trying to fill up your stomach. You're going to feel your stomach start to kind of push out a little bit. What that's doing is, again, is you're breathing in a way that's you're not taking shallow breaths. It's giving your diaphragm the opportunity to fully expand and putting that pressure on your abdominal muscles. So as we go through the breathing exercises today, the meditative exercises, really focus on those full breaths that you're going to really feel your stomach start to push out or start to expand, or almost the sensation almost of like it filling up. So our first one we're going to do today, we're just going to take a few kind of repetitions through a diaphragmatic breath. You can do this from a seated position. If you want to do this laying on the floor, that's totally acceptable. That's totally fine. If anything, you might even feel more relaxed doing it that way. But I'm going to be showing you these from a seated position. Most of you are probably in a seated position right now. So again, just sitting up nice and tall, but still relaxed here. Just go ahead and put one hand on your chest, one hand on the top of your stomach. So as you're inhaling, breathe in, inhale through your nose slowly. So not a short, shallow breath, just a nice, slow, progressive inhale through your nose, and really try to focus on expanding. Focus on feeling your stomach push out as you breathe in. And then slowly exhale that breath out through your mouth. We'll go ahead and do that a couple more times. If you want to close your eyes while you're doing this to really help you to relax, inhaling through your nose slowly, focus on feeling your stomach expand. Exhale on the way out again. Good. So you're probably starting to get a feeling of what that should feel like. Maybe you're feeling a little bit lightheaded. That's okay. That's as your oxygen is flowing even more so through your body, we're getting higher concentrations of oxygen into our brain, which is a good thing. It's getting higher concentrations of oxygen into our heart, which is helping to pump more blood, more oxygen through our body. So that's probably why you may feel a little bit of a lightheaded sensation. If you start feeling too lightheaded, maybe tone it down a little bit. But if you feel a little bit of lightheadedness, that's totally fine. Now, our first breathing exercise we're going to go to, this is one of the exercises that the Harvard study did that found to be one of the most effective ways to not only breathing, but also helps to decrease our stress levels and anxiety. One of the best breathing exercises to help decrease our anxiety and stress levels. So this first one, maybe you're familiar with this one too. This is referred to as a ratio of 4-7-8 breathing. Now, what 4-7-8 means, for 4 seconds, we're going to slowly inhale through our nostrils, just through our nose. So you'll inhale through your nostrils for 4 seconds. 7 seconds, we're going to hold our breath. So after we inhale for 4 seconds, we're going to hold for 7. And then for 8 seconds, we're going to slowly exhale. So for this first example, I'll help count it through. We'll do about 4 or 5 repetitions of this. So remember, if you want to keep your eyes closed while you're doing this, just focus on relaxing your entire body. We're going to inhale through our nostrils for 4 seconds here. We'll inhale now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath for 7 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and do it again. I'll be going through this now. I'm not going to count up. Inhaling through your nose. Hold your breath. And exhaling for 8 seconds. Good. We're going to do this 2 more times here. Inhaling through your nose. 6 seconds. Now holding for 7. and blowing out slowly through your mouth. One more time. I'm not going to count. You're on your own on this one. I'm going to do it with you here. Here we go. Good, good, good. So that was the fourth technique for you. Hopefully you're already starting to feel a little more relaxed even now. So that was, again, just briefly recap, that was based on different studies, but also on the Harvard study. They found to be one of the most effective exercises to decrease stress levels and anxiety levels, but also to increase our oxygen flow, which they showed in as little as 8 weeks, help to regrow brain matter in your brain. So they recommend that for at least, going kind of through an exercise like that, maybe 5-10 minutes throughout the day. It doesn't have to be 5 to 10 consecutive minutes, 5 to 10 total minutes of breathing like that throughout the day. 8 weeks or more, you start to see those health benefits. Our next breathing exercise here, this one starts off where you're going to inhale for a shorter amount of time, exhale. So what I mean by that is, our first round, we're going to inhale for 1 second, exhale slowly. Our exhale time isn't going to be a specific amount of time, but our inhale time, every time we go back to inhaling, we're going to add an additional second of inhale time. So what I mean, our first round, we'll inhale for 1 second, exhale. Next round, we'll inhale for 2 seconds, exhale. Then 3, then 4. We're going to go up to 8 seconds of inhaling. So what I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first round here, remember, as you inhale deeply through your nose, exhale slowly out. First one. Our next one, we're going for 2 seconds. Here we go. Exhale all the way out. 20 seconds in, slowing our inhale time. Exhale. 4 seconds this time, inhaling. And exhale. Next time we're going in 5 seconds. Here we go. And exhale. 6 seconds. Here we go. Let's get a bit longer. Inhaling on the way in. Probably feel your lungs filling up more, and exhaling. Again, feel free to keep your eyes closed through this. Really just clearing your mind, fully relaxing your body, keeping the tension out of your body. Our next round here, we're going for 7 seconds. So again, might need to slow down that rate of inhalation. A slow inhale on the way in through our nose. Here we go. 7 seconds. And exhale. Last round. This time we're going for 8 full seconds. So remember, slowly focusing on that deep inhale for 8 seconds on the way in, then we'll exhale fully. Last round. Here we go. And exhale at the top. So this breathing technique also was associated. This was also part of Harvard's study that they did on breathing exercises. So this is generally referred to as counting your breath. Counting your breath. It's very self-explanatory. You can go up to as long as you feel like you can continuously inhale. They recommend doing that breathing exercise. Again, if you have 5 to 10 minutes of your day, again, it doesn't have to be consecutive 5 to 10 minutes, but at some point, a total of about 5 to 10 minutes of that breathing has found definitively to show that it does decrease your stress levels, anxiety levels, lowers blood pressure, numerous health benefits on top of assisting with starting to get that brain matter rebuilding in our brains. We all know there are times where we're like, man, I wish my brain worked a little more efficiently. This can literally help with that. So our next one here. Now this one you'll hear referred to as a meditation exercise. Now with this one, generally you're going to find an object. So whether that's a pen, whether that's your phone, whether that's a paperclip, whatever it is, find an object, study it closely. So let's say, for instance here, I have a paper clip. I'm gonna study it for maybe 30 seconds, just really focusing on the size, how it feels, the coloration. Maybe you have a pen, maybe you have a flower next to you. Really study the coloration, the size, feel, every last small detail about that object. So what you're going to do is just really try to commit every little bit of that to memory. And then what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes. When you close your eyes, focus on doing those nice deep diaphragmatic breathing, that breathing where you're really feeling your stomach kind of expand out. Focus on nice deep breaths, and as you're doing that, keeping your eyes closed, do your best to recount every little detail of that object. So again, the coloration, the feel, the weight, the shape, every little last detail. I'm going to give you about 30 to 60 seconds. Just focus on keeping your eyes closed and just try to recount every last detail. What this exercise is doing is helping you to clear your mind of the things that may be stressing you, the anxiety you may be having from maybe something going on in your family life, work life, whatever it may be. This helps you to keep your focus, hyper-focus on one thing, which will help you to de-stress and keep your anxiety levels lower, not focusing on those things that are keeping that stress levels up. So here we go. We're going to concentrate on that object for about 60 seconds here. I'm going to do this with you. Really focus on that piece that you're holding or were holding or you were looking at. The best details. For 10 more seconds here. Okay, so go ahead and your eyes were already open. Go ahead and reopen your eyes there. Again, there wasn't a right or wrong way to do that. It's not a pass-fail thing. That was just a way for you to, learn a different way. If you have a spare moment of your workday, if you're on your lunch break or you're doing something where you're really feeling those stress levels rise, grab some random object around you, study it, and just focus on that for a few minutes. Just focus on the details of that. That will genuinely help clear the mind. Now, we do have one more exercise we're going to do here, and this is something that has been found to, first of all, this is described as progressive relaxation meditation. So what that means, maybe some of you have done this before. This is a very common way of meditating as well as breathing, but progressive muscle relaxation. So what that means is what you're going to do from your seated position, if you're laying on the floor right now, we're going to focus on one part of our body at a time. We're going to tighten that muscle. We're going to contract the muscles in that part of the body for about 10 seconds. Then we'll release and try to relax that muscle group as much as possible. So what we're going to start off with here is your forehead. Focus on really just touching that forehead, those muscles in your forehead, really putting tension in that for a few moments. I know it might feel counterintuitive initially to force ourselves to feel that kind of tension, but what we're going to do is keep that tension there and then feel your muscles fully relax. So we're going to hold that tension in our forehead for about 10 seconds here, really keeping that tight. And then conscientiously allow yourself to fully relax your forehead muscles, your face muscles there, as you continue to move nice and slow. Fully relax that. Now we're going to go to our jaw. This time we're going to clench our jaw muscles. Don't bite down super hard. I don't want you, breaking a tooth or anything like that, but focus on keeping your jaw muscles really tight here. Almost like you're forcing, you're not smiling, but almost like you're keeping your muscles really clenched in your face. We're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Here we go. Keep your eyes closed through this. You can. And now focus on fully relaxing your face. There we go. Your body, your face is drooping. Feeling that. Our next one here, we're going to go to our hands and our arms, our upper body here. So first, what I want you to do is make a really tight fist, and then bring your fist right tight to your chest, and focus on tightening your chest muscles and your hand muscles like you're holding something really tight to your body. Hold that for 10 seconds as tight as you can. Allow yourself to breathe. Don't hold your breathing here, though. And go ahead and relax your hands, relax your chest, let your arms fall to your side. Show your body fully relax, our upper body there. So as that's relaxing, we're now going to tighten our butt muscles here, our glute muscles. So focus on really tightening those glute muscles in your seated position, holding like you're seated in a Uber driver that's driving way too fast, and you're white knuckle holding on, really tightening those butt muscles there. Hold this for a few more seconds. And go ahead and relax those butt muscles, feeling the tension come out. We're going to go to our legs next, our quads and our calves. So pretty much your entire leg. Focus on just tightening everything as tight as you can in your leg, your calf muscles, bringing those heels, tightening your legs, keeping that tightness. Again, 10 seconds. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. Just a moment, we're going to fully relax here. And go ahead and relax those leg muscles. Last one we're going to do is our feet. We're working our way from our forehead all the way down to our feet. Tighten your toes, tighten your feet like you're trying to clench them, almost like you're clenching your fist with your hands. Try to do the same thing with your feet. Just really feel it start to cramp up a little bit. Let yourself relax. Hold that tightening and go ahead and relax your feet. Again, focus on the feeling of those muscles relaxing and what that feels like. Sometimes we get so stressed, sometimes we keep our stress levels at such a high level that we don't even realize how much we might be keeping, how much we might be clenched, or how much our foreheads, we might be reading something or frustrated. We don't realize how much tension we keep throughout our body. So by forcing ourselves, being conscious of that tension, and then forcing ourselves to relax that muscle group, it forces us literally to relax our entire body. So it becomes really easy to clench our muscles without even knowing that we're doing it. We do that subconsciously because of stress more than anything. So by doing that, you're gonna be able to become more and more aware of that as you practice that exercise. So that was all of our techniques today. One last thought, something I was just kind of looked into out of my own curiosity. With the Olympics going on, the Olympics started. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch some of that. And I was kind of curious myself as I was going into breathing and meditation exercises, what do Olympic athletes do for breathing training? I know, they must do some things. And I focused more so on Olympic runners. So whether that's more generally speaking, longer distance running, I focused on what do Olympic runners do? How do they train their breathing to run and breathe more efficiently? And maybe some of you are runners, maybe some of you are joggers, or maybe you've run at some point in your life. You know that feeling where you start to feel that cramping, those pains in your side. You feel like your stomach's starting to cramp up, or your back, or your different parts of your body start to feel really painful, like you're getting a cramp. A lot of times, that's directly a result of improper breathing through your strides. So what runners will train to do to breathe properly while they're running, they'll actually, generally speaking, most of them will inhale for 2 steps, exhale for 2 steps, or inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 3 steps. They'll always exhale at the exact same time of the same foot hitting the ground. So most runners will always exhale as their left foot is hitting the ground. That's one of the best ways you can train yourself to focus on breathing, to stop yourself. Your body starts to cramp up because it's throwing your body off the balance of the weight of your foot, which side you're breathing, or which side your foot's hitting, based on what part of your breathing you're doing, whether you're inhaling or exhaling. So I just thought that was an important thing. I didn't even think about that. They focus on that probably more than anybody, how important their breathing is. And they're at the top level of their game, and they still focus on their breathing every single day. So that's everything for today. I really hope that you at least got something out of this. I really appreciate all your time. I'm so Grateful for all of you that were able to join today. For those of you that might be seeing this on YouTube after the fact, thank you so much for tuning in and going through these exercises. I highly encourage you to do these throughout the day. When you have time, again, 5 to 10 minutes of some of these breathing exercises. If you have any questions with any of these, feel free to email me at wellnesscoach. Again, that's wellnesscoach@transitchicago.com. So thank you so much again for joining me this month. I know this has been our physical fitness month. We'll still have plenty of other live boot camps in the future. So, but thank you for joining. For those of you that were able to join some or all of these, I really do appreciate that. And again, any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. We're right at 12:30. Thank you so much again, and I appreciate everything, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Thank you.